diarrhea time. I tried to clean it up, but there was no saving it.
I completely forgot about Robin.
Yeah, me too.
Ah, okay. See, it is fucking things up.
Hello?
Ivan.
I can hear you, I can't see you.
Well, I mean, same.
They're coming for Sam.
Yep.
Goddamn boys in blue.
They heard Alice
guys are
pissed partly on the sidewalk and not all on the grass, so they're headed
When?
out. Didn't you just say that? How Alice always does that?
When?
No, I thought he said that I heard, and I was going to say when, because she hasn't done that in like 10 minutes. She's being a good
yeah,
girl.
one more person's gonna join and it's gonna fuck with all this. God damn.
Alright, just everyone's here besides everyone important is here. Just tell us what it is.
No. It's not that. That's not what I mean. It's
Alright,
here.
just-
I'm
everyone's here
putting it in
besides-
the Discord.
everyone-
So everybody can see. Do 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 do. Who's singing? A homeless person?
That was a woman speaking Chinese.
Oh, okay.
She was not singing, just talking. Someone call Steve.
I just can.
But I'm busy.
Aren't you
Fine,
the
I'll call
most important person to not be busy during all of this?
What? Well, I mean, I'm walking.
I'm
I can talk.
here.
Imagine throwing a party, but the host is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be late."
Caleb's done it. Still good party.
Yeah, but we know to expect that from him.
Also, I didn't say I was going to be late. I was going to do it while walking. I don't have to do anything.
You've got to roll.
That's true.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. Hold on, I'm going to call Steve.
Rip.
So I have a random question with these score sheets. So if I always get the like plus number listed next to it, even if I don't have it selected, right?
For the like individual skills or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't.
You only get the ones that you have
so,
selected.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I think you got bonuses to the ones we selected,
Right.
and then I
Okay.
think you
That's
still
right.
have whatever you have. That's like your plus on whatever. Yeah.
He was getting his mail.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know why that.
Why would you
minute
do
affair.
that when you know you have something to do?
I don't know. That's what he told
That's
me he was
Steve.
doing. I'll probably no. He's gonna beat me this time for sure. Last time was really close, but I'm still like 5 minutes away. Is that Steve joining? Nope.
No.
Oh.
It's Riaz, I think.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Hello.
Ivan is. Wait,
Hey,
I
it
thought you
works.
were already here.
Nice.
Was.
I was, but I had to restart.
Oh.
Fixes everything. Tech
Yeah,
support
it's something-
101.
Something got
There's
fucked up
Riaz.
when I was connecting my Bluetooth and
Oh,
I had to restart.
okay. So let's get this set up right. Where are you?
Yep, she just barely missed. Amazing.
Ah! Okay,
What
everybody.
the fuck was that? Oh, is that Steve?
Yeah, we got everybody.
Steve, say something.
Yep.
Turn yourself up.
Oh no.
Okay. Or I don't know if everyone else is hearing the same volume that I am.
I don't know. I have some people manually turned up a little bit higher.
I don't know how to do it. I just use the default.
You just right-click on them. Where's Steve?
Well, remember I'm walking.
Yes, I know. I mean,
don't really have a right click right now.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Damn.
Holy shit, stop. Why? Fucking stop it.
Is that somebody on the horn still?
yeah. So
Yeah.
just
So
laying on the horn.
I can't think of anything that doesn't cause an actual collision that would warrant that. It just ended. Wait, are we waiting for something?
We're waiting for you.
Well, I was waiting for Steve because I thought he was still turning it up, and I was waiting for him to say something again.
Well, were we going to start with you walking? I figured we would just wait until you're done.
I mean, it's up to you. I'll be
How
a couple
long is that
minutes
going to
away.
be? Because I'm still kind of working on surprise. I don't know if anybody's clicked the link
Holy,
or not.
everyone's here. Just tell us.
No, it's not a
Oh, I
tell. It's
see.
a look.
You already posted it.
I posted
see
it.
Nice.
What is it?
Oh,
Drawings?
fancy.
It's. But the annoying thing is
Is it?
Discord doesn't put people in the same place
Oh,
all
you're
the time.
streaming it.
Yes, Discord doesn't put stuff in the
Oh.
same place all the time. I have a
Well, he's got like an overlay.
yeah, I
That's
got an
pretty
overlay
cool.
and stuff with everybody's
Damn,
names and
yeah,
roles.
that's super cool.
I was bored for like the
Alright.
hour before I was doing this, so I was like, let me try this.
Yeah, this is super cool.
What is the background?
I just literally I looked up
For like
Uh,
an hour where I was.
fantasy portal, and then I just used that. Because we still don't even know what this quest is about. Like we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on at all.
You guys spent a lot of time in that house.
Yeah.
Thought that was gonna be. I was telling Steve. Thought that was gonna take like
Just a
5 or
little bit.
10 minutes, and Ivan's like, "Let me attack the police really quick."
Hey, I had to, not get arrested.
like nothing that happened in that house had to do with the house or the sword or the guy. It was pretty much all guard resolution.
That's too funny.
So where were we last time? Do we make it
Still
out
in the
of
house. We're still
No,
in the
we were,
house.
weren't we? Didn't we get out? Didn't we leave?
I think we stepped outside, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty much it. Like,
Yeah, I think.
No.
Oh no! The last thing that happened was Zach tried to put the mustache back on, but it wouldn't stick.
yeah, I mean that was the last thing that happened. Yes.
The guards left, or the guard that was doing all the pad searches. So both guards have got, or I'm gonna die.
Wait, why is Ace gonna?
Because I
He's
got
the one who
40
charmed
minutes
him.
before there's I got 40
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of pissed off guards.
Doesn't the
Okay,
drunk
so we
guy
didn't just.
have the sword too? Because it was hidden under him, and then he woke up and was like,
He kind
fuck
of
is
he
it?
kind of
Running?
woke up. We talked to him a little bit. We got the sword away from him,
oh, "Okay."
so we're good on the sword.
So who has the sword now?
I think I do. These are things
Still-
you know that you would think the dungeon
I
master
don't
would
want to
write
say it
down.
out loud on the corner of the street. Where do you have the sword, Ari?
um, I believe I had it. At this point I just had it with me.
Yeah, we
in
weren't
my
hiding
hand.
it
I wasn't
anywhere
hiding
else,
it
I
anymore, so.
Okay. Alright, almost there.
Awesome.
Alice got a potty one more time.
But the stream's nice
I
too
forgot
because
that blinds are messed up.
I have the chat in there too, so
Thanks, stream.
it'll show us all of our rolls, so we can actually see that historically too. All like super high effort, try hard, but it was fun. I've never streamed before,
You
so
could have
it's
applied
enjoyable.
yourself this much when we were going to school together.
Why don't you shut up?
Why don't you shut the hell up?
I don't remember you having to wake up at 6 o'clock and going to sleep at 2 a.m. every day.
No, because I didn't fence.
It's true.
Alright, building is being entered.
Yay!
Come on, Alice.
I like how I can see Apple Guy in 3 of those portraits. It's true.
What is Apple Guy? What are... Oh, Zach?
He's my avatar. I stole him from a Taiwanese grocery company's website. And
How
I'm
did
pretty
you
sure they
even
don't have it
that?
on their. I'm pretty sure they don't have it on their website anymore, and you can't find it on the internet. So I think I might own the copyright to it.
I don't know if that's how copyrights work.
Well, I mean, they're a
yeah.
foreign company. They're not like registered in the U.S. So
Well, also, if you don't defend your copyright or make a good faith effort to
No,
defend your copyright
that's
against...
that's trademark.
That's for copy...
No, that's
Oh, it is?
trademark.
I thought that was
Yeah.
copyright.
Yeah.
No,
Fine.
copyright lasts for a certain number of years. I don't actually own it, but they probably wouldn't try to sue me.
I have a patent, but I think we're going to let it expire because we're not doing anything with it.
What did you patent, Ty? What did you patent?
Our senior design project, it was basically a fancy sensor device for football that would help people train and get actual data. It was a very heavy computer programming and electrical engineering senior project for a bunch of mechanical engineers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't
It
know
wa-
that's what you did.
It was interesting to say the least.
You should have made a robotic lineman.
We thought about it. Actually, the original thought was to make a sled that would be like variable resistance. That was basically, it was like a tank sled that was on tracks. But it was just, we decided there was no point or no reason to do that.
That was pretty cool, though.
Ugh. I also love how Riaz's name takes up like that much on the screen.
I like that you put gender fluid in there as well.
Gender fluid dragonborn paladin.
I made sure to include it.
All very important.
Yes. All right, Sam, hurry up.
I got cut off as I reconnected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
I am here. All right, so last thing that was happening was I would like you guys to remember because I have a hard time remembering what all 6 people were doing, but I would imagine that each person remembers what they were doing in particular.
So
I don't think anybody doing anything special.
yeah, we were getting outside of the door, I believe. I had the sword. Shut up, Alice.
Who wants to play?
I had the sword. Mustaches were put back on.
Yep.
Well, no, it wasn't because it couldn't stick anymore.
Did we?
Alex, shut the fuck up.
Were we taking any sort of papers or anything with us?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think didn't we decide against it?
We looked under the board though, and there was nothing
There was nothing
under the board. We have the sword, and we haven't done anything with the papers, but we're right outside the door, so I guess if we really wanted to, we can run back in if we need to, but I think that's where we're standing. The only thing we've actually taken or discovered from the room was simply a sword, and that people were coming to apparently look for contraband.
Well, specifically the sword.
I mean, we should go.
Oh,
to
well, we
Beaver's
didn't
Mill.
know that necessarily yet, Sam.
He
Wait,
definitely
something's
did
up.
say
I
that.
can't hear Sam at all. I can hear everyone else except for Sam.
You can't understand?
Yeah.
Hello.
You still can't hear Sam?
Fuck
If
you,
you're
Riaz.
saying anything right now, I cannot.
He.
You should,
Yeah,
you should
he
disconnect and reconnect.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
Riaz, I'm gonna kill your character later in the game.
Wow. Oh, thank God it didn't mess anything up. Say something,
Sam?
Sam.
Yes?
All right, I can hear him again.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Another
Friendship is
little
back.
Finally again to fix all technical problems.
All right.
Okay, hold on, let me.
So-
I want to pull up character on the computer, but you don't actually have to hold on.
Yeah. So Sam, you
I-
said that he did say that the sword was the thing.
The guard said that a sword was stolen from the Royal Armory.
Did anybody else remember that?
They said it was stolen, but they did not say it was from the Royal Armory.
But they said it was a
That's
sword.
That's not true.
The words Royal Armory were used last time.
Was it a
Thank
sword,
you,
a
Steve.
weapon?
It was a sword.
Okay.
It
I just don't
was-
remember that at all. Like.
Well, no, specifically what was used was like relic, but also we spent the entire time trying to hide the sword. So either we assumed that was the relic, or we just really didn't want him finding that sword.
It was the only thing of importance I'd found, so I was holding on to that baby. Okay. Tell us when you're ready, Sam.
All right. I'm pulling up the character sheets because I can't remember stats. Also, Alice her timing is just incredible. So yeah, she was asleep the whole time I was at work, and the second I get home, she's flipping the fuck out.
Ready to go.
Yeah, 'cause she's
Yeah,
bored when you're not home.
She was at work with me.
Okay, she's still bored. I'm
I
bored
took
at
her to the
work.
dog park for an hour and a half, and there's other puppies there.
That's a long time to be at a dog park.
Well, it's in the building.
Oh. You
Where the
damn
f-
millennials.
Oh, it's pinned. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, we don't have a dog park.
I would wager that most workplaces don't have dog parks.
It's true.
Alright, folders being pulled up. I'm just gonna ignore her so that she stops. If it's loud on your end and annoying, tell me and I'll go. I don't know. I'll do something about it.
It's loud on my end and it's annoying.
Okay, Zach, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. My dog's quiet as a mouse.
That is not true.
Do you hear her
Currently,
right now?
I do not hear a dog. So.
I'm looking for
Oh God.
all
Lost
the
Ivan again?
manuals.
Oh, we
that I
lost Ivan.
downloaded.
Okay, I was like, what just happened to all the video? I need to figure out if there's a better way to do that. There's gotta be.
Yeah, I'm sure if you Google like
Yeah.
streaming Discord. Bark! Bark! Bark!
Barkity bark.
Maybe I'll give her water and see if she shuts up.
Okay, well.
Bark! Bark! Bark!
Well, I had to restart my computer anyway because all the books are saved on my Windows partition.
Oh. Are you running?
That was your fault.
Are you running on a Mac or what?
I have Ubuntu on the other
Oh,
half.
okay. All right, cool. I remember when I was trying to make use of Linux in my life.
But it is useful. It's useful if you're a programmer.
It's useful if you're a programmer. If you're not, not so much, unless you're
It's
doing
still
a bunch
decent.
of. Yeah, I know it is, and I wish I had a use for it, but.
Where did I save you?
Wow, you sound weird.
You sound weird.
You sound like robot-y as hell. Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where the fuck? Steve, can you link me the books again?
Do what?
I don't know where the like monster manual is. Or wait, let me see if I can find it for you one. I hear you. All right, this will have to do. Okay, so
Yay.
we're all caught up. Or what are we doing?
We're standing at the front door
Yep. With the sword,
with sword.
and let's just say we grab some papers. I'll go grab some papers from the house. Papers that have similar writings to the store or sword. I'm getting some feedback here.
Caller, can you please turn down your radio?
I don't know what's going on with my network right now. Like, this PDF has been loading for 45 seconds, and I keep cutting out.
You're supposed to be good at this, Sam. This is literally what you work on for a living.
No, it's not.
You're a computer person. All computer people are supposed to know everything about computers.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's how a lot of people see it.
It's true.
All right. So, I mean, what are you doing? Wait. Why did you link me Mein Kampf?
You said you needed the book.
I was...
Plot twist.
What is .nl? I'm not opening that.
Netherlands.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think we were all of the consensus that we need to get the hell out of here.
I thought Steve wanted to stay.
Fuck that.
Well, I mean, if the sword is from the Royal Armory, we don't really have anything to go off of, right? Like,
So we can't read it. We don't have anything else.
I don't think your mic's working very well, Ivan.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that wasn't just me. Honestly, just use your phone.
Is it any better?
No.
No. Sound like a cyborg.
Can we say he just put on his helmet or something?
What?
Like he put on his helmet, so it's hard to hear
That's
him.
why it was. Yeah, we couldn't hear him.
I thought he was like.
We can. It's still doing
No,
the same thing.
problem.
Is it a USB headset or is it 3.5?
No, I monitor.
A monitor.
Is it like really slow for
No.
everyone too?
Yeah,
What's slow?
his
voice.
voice.
Oh yeah, it's like it dropped all of the packets on the ground and it's trying to put them back together with crazy glue.
Oh, they fell out of the wires?
They fell out of the wires. Somebody unplugged the wire and they poured out all over the ground.
Wasn't there that South Park episode where... What's that?
I don't know.
Can someone remind me what the guy was saying when he walked into the bar that first time? There's like a hidden underground treasure trove.
bar?
Is that what it was?
The bard should know.
Huh?
I said the bard should know. He's the storyteller.
I don't remember any of that.
What was he mumbling about? Yeah, like he was mumbling about like
The sunless
Blackreach or something apparently.
something or other.
The city underground.
I don't know. He was drunk.
Can the DM politely remind us?
Why would we trust him?
Wait, me?
Yes.
No, I was talking to Zach.
Huh?
Wait, am I answering the question or?
Yeah, I'm
That
saying
doesn't feel-
I'm asking if the DM can politely remind us of what he was saying when he was going in the bar.
That doesn't seem very in universe.
Sam.
Steve.
What's happening?
Fine. He was ranting, not ranting. mumbling about the sunless citadel.
That's right. I knew there was something about like no light.
Yeah. So
Well, it doesn't
realistically,
say
the
no
main
light.
thing we need to do is probably find someone that can read this sword. Right?
So Sunless Citadel. That's what they were talking about.
Is there like a library or like a research place in the town? Like where the scholars go? Like a university, maybe?
We should return the sword. Oh, I cut out.
I think everybody did. We're fine. Oh,
Oh, we lost Sam. Oh,
This is a load of horseshit. I'm just consistently disconnecting. I heard Zach say we should return the sword. That's the last thing I heard.
That's a good idea. Then we'll get a reward, and then we won't even need to go to the Sunless Citadel.
all right. Is there like a university or something?
yeah, we
where,
need to find out what this Sunless Citadel is. Because
Well, I mean,
I imagine
like a
it's some sort
library
of
were-
or
legend.
something.
if you were in a town and you needed to find a library, would you?
Would you?
I cut out again. I can't help it, dude. I pay for gigabit. That's not my fault. I said, if you yourself were in a new city and needed to find a library, would you A, ask the sky, B, find some kind of map, or C, find a person, or D,
let's
go
just-
looking for the library?
let's just find-
Oh, I know this one. It's Donde esta la biblioteca.
Okay, let's just ask somebody. Find somebody on the street and let's ask them. Is there anybody nearby? Let's look around.
Isn't it like the middle of the night and we're like outside?
No,
of the
it's
city?
morning.
Steve, it's 9 a.m.
It's like 9
It's
a.m.
9
right now.
a.m.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's early.
Why is he?
You guys were-
at 9 in the morning.
You guys were at the
Remember,
bar.
he was at the bar at 8 in the morning.
Why am I using dancing lights at 9 in the morning? The fucking sun's up.
I don't know.
It's a dark room.
Or maybe you're drunk too.
Ace doesn't drink.
To be honest,
what
the
time
whole-
is it right now?
It's like 9.
Like, yeah, around there.
Okay, so
Also, I
are
just
there
want to say
people
the
around?
only reason it's 9 in the morning is because when we were starting at the very beginning, someone said, "It's night, right?" And I was just like, no, it's 8 a.m. Just to,
Just to be a
9
dick.
in the
now we're-
afternoon.
and now we're stuck with it.
All right. So, is there anybody around? Anybody on the street?
Not really. You're kind of in the suburbs, outskirts of the city.
All right, let's start going towards the middle of the city.
All right.
Let's find some people.
So, probably take like a half hour to get there.
Okay, we
Whoa,
don't.
whoa, 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 whoa. We were just in the city at 8 o'clock, and now it's 9 o'clock after all this shit went down, and you're telling us it took a half hour to get to the... to get
Well, to be fair,
fucking-
when you first walked there, I said a half hour. And also, how long do you think a fight takes?
a long time.
Fights last for like 10 seconds.
We were also like
The
running
combat lasted-
out for a while.
Sure, yeah, all right, whatever. Okay, let's go.
All right.
30
So-
minutes.
Mid walk, Steve, what happens?
Mid walk.
Yeah.
Well,
Random
if you're
encounters.
I mean,
Fucking
if this is
Pokemon
gonna take like
bushes.
a half hour,
well, after we have 40 minutes left of my spell as of the end of the last session. So
all right. So now there's 10 minutes left on Steve's spell.
right, and Ace suddenly puts his hood up and is crouching behind the next tallest person in the party.
Come on, it's a city. They're not gonna know where we're at immediately. We got plenty of time.
I take my glasses and hat off.
Ace does not have that kind of luck.
Okay. Sure.
Ace asked to borrow the mustache and hat from Ragnar.
The mustache doesn't stick anymore.
The mustache won't stick. You can't have it.
Okay.
Oh, is there some tree sap or something?
You can have the cap. The hat.
Okay.
All right.
I take the hat and I put it on.
So where are we after the 30-minute
Okay.
walk?
It's sweaty.
You're like at
All right, we're in like the middle of the city,
Center,
city
kinda,
center. All right, and let's
More or
just
less.
ask somebody if they've
Find somebody.
just find
Hey, you should-
somebody. What?
Jake, your character has like the sheets with the paper, right?
Yeah, sure.
So we should show those writings to people. We shouldn't show them the sword because if guards.
Yeah,
are
we're
looking
definitely
for
not going to
sword,
show
they're
the sword.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to ask. We were going to ask
Yeah.
these people if there's like a library, or university, or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Are
yeah,
you
but
hiding
once
your
we get
sword
there,
right now?
Where can we find the finest scholars in this town?
Well, you got to look around for people.
That.
yes,
Yes.
I
let's
look around for
I
people.
look around for people.
Well, I'm just saying you. I meant more like you would say like what kinds of. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this right. I was thinking you would like have to observe the area to see what people are out and about, and you would pick
Okay.
a person rather than just.
Yeah. So let's
look
look
I don't
around.
know.
What kind of people are around us?
There is that option, or depending on how stupid the party is, they can just grab a random person.
I mean, which one
What,
do you do?
we can't just like we can just grab a random person and say, "Is there a library here?"
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So snag the first person walking by. It's a woman carrying a basket of bread.
Hello, Miss Lady.
All right.
You
She
happen to
stops
know.
and walks away.
I want to grab the next person. I want to grab the next person.
Okay. The next person walks by. Alice, shut the fuck up.
Barks at you.
The next person walks by, and it's a man walking his dog.
All right, I grab them
Oh,
and I
geez.
say, I just got out of the bar. What is the Sunless Citadel?
Says, well, I mean, do you physically grab him?
Yeah.
Well, his dog gets angry and starts growling.
I have no response to that. That happens all the time.
Right.
He
Yeah,
asked-
I asked him, is there a library or university around?
Yes, there's one just across town now. Please let me go.
Is this
Let
enough
him
to
go,
give us
Rad.
directions to get there?
I mean,
Cross town.
he's
Sure.
a little flustered right now.
All right,
He's
I
being
kiss him on the
insulted.
cheek and say thank you. And let him go.
All right.
All right, the man touches his cheek, looks confused, and wanders off in a hurry.
Did he point in a direction when he said across town?
No,
Let's hope it's not the way we just came from.
I feel like you guys are blaming me for the information not being supplied, and I'm not. I don't believe it's my fault.
All right.
Hold on. Does A see a gnome anywhere?
There's gnomes aren't real, dude. Are you stupid?
So that's a no.
Our DM hates us.
No in the gnome.
No, I don't hate you. It's just if you do something retarded. Like, what do you think a person's gonna do?
I'm asking if there's a gnome. That's all I'm asking.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
I look around and can you describe to me the people that are around us?
Yeah, you're in a busy marketplace, so there's a lot of vendors selling goods and food, a couple service people like barbers, and then mostly patrons walking around the area.
All right, I go up to one of the vendors selling food and I ask him the same question. Excuse me, kind sir, can you please point me in the direction of the nearest university
Wait, are you looking for a university or a library?
or library?
Oh.
We should split it up. Cover more
Fine
ground.
scholars, as Jake said.
Says information's for paying customers only.
Jesus.
All right, go to the next guy.
I go up to
Buy some food.
I go up to him, and I try to charm him by saying,
Yeah, how do you flirt, Ari?
I don't know how I flirt. How do I flirt? How to flirt? I ask him. He had food, right? He's a food salesman.
What kind of food?
Yeah, sells fruit.
Fruit?
Fruit.
Wait,
I
quick-
mentioned
quick
that I've
question.
never seen better fruit in all the land of my travelings, and that such a man should be, who can raise such fruit, should be willing to share a small bit of information with a traveling band
A
of
band of local
Yeah.
travelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super into New York.
Hey man, I'm trying.
Um, all right,
You're-
you can roll for persuasion.
All right. Ooh.
And he says, I didn't realize you were all from out of town. Well, I'd be happy to help an out-of-towner. It's about on the other side of the city, northeast. It's right along the canal. It's this big, architecturally interesting-looking building. Can't miss it.
I
Now get away from my stall. You're stopping other people from buying shit.
Well, wow, he was nice, and then he's like, "Fuck you." Okay.
What did you do for him?
As I was about to say, I would say, well, I believe I will need something for the trip, and I toss him. How much does fruit cost in this world?
I don't know.
Do you have his
You might
prices
know.
posted?
No.
Steve?
The
What
hell
was
fruit
what
salesman
was
is this?
what was the breakdown of gold and stuff like that? 1 gold is how many what?
It's units of 10, so 1 gold is 10 silver, 1 silver is 10 copper.
I toss him 2 silver.
You are a Jew. Wow.
I toss him 2 silver and grab an apple.
He's like, the man is very surprised and says,
That's a really
"Thank you.
expensive
That is a
apple.
generous."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. You
All
come
right.
back anytime.
so I need to mark that in. I have 105 GP, so how would I mark that down, Sam or Steve?
So you just spent 20, or G is gold.
Yes, I have 105 gold.
Oh, okay.
Is that your total wealth or is that your coins?
Oh, is there a difference?
Well,
That's just
are
what's
we
on my.
tallying?
That's what's on my sheet.
I don't know.
Well, on your
See
sheet,
if-
there's like
I'm trying to think if.
I don't know the answer to this.
Okay. Well, you gave him 2 silver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would mark down gold by 1, and then just put 8 in silver.
Or I could just do by. I guess you could do it by decimal since they're by tens, right?
No, let's not.
So I could
Oh, I
could
see.
do 104.8, right?
Yeah, as long
Yeah.
as you know that the point that leaves you with 8.
Well, I
Right,
mean, that
and then
seems like a-
below
that's a
that
good
it would be
system.
0.82 or whatever,
2,
like for
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
copper. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Good system.
Engineers.
All right,
104.8.
let's head that way.
All right. Takes about 15-ish minutes to get there. And what happens mid-walk, Steve?
Yeah, so after about 10 minutes, Ace informs the party that there's a pissed off guard somewhere in the city.
We okay.
All right, but yeah. Anyway, you walk along the canal, and you see such a building in the distance, or not like in the distance, but coming up.
what is there in the canal?
Mostly just small boats transporting goods.
I wave at the boatsman.
Okay. He toots his horn back at you.
I play a little ditty.
Presents it.
I don't have my banjo with me.
Oh, and then you don't play anything then.
All right, I'll go get it.
No, that's
Carry on while I'm doing that.
no, you don't
It's
have
a wireless headset, so I can still respond.
Okay.
Wait, so was this a library or a university?
Library.
It's a library.
So
Well, the university might have a library, so
let's head on in, I guess. We
Yeah,
need to
let's
get
do it.
information.
All right.
Okay, so
I'm not driving this. You guys are doing stuff.
Okay, is there a front desk? Let's go up to the front desk.
is there a
Okay.
librarian?
There is a front desk. We're at it.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a librarian there, and she says, "How can I help you?"
I show her a picture of the sheet and say, "Do you recognize the writing on this sheet?"
says, "This looks like the scribblings of a madman."
All right, show her the sword.
This,
We say
No, no,
we
no,
say
we're not
it
showing the
very
sword.
well may
Wait,
have been.
Go outside. Do we have like a pencil or
Let's-
something? We go outside, take one of the pieces of paper, and inscribe some of the writing on a piece of paper from the sword.
Ah, smart.
You want to do that, Gunner?
Let's do it.
Or who has the sword?
I have the sword.
Yeah.
I'll just let's all-
Yafa has the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
Y'all
wait,
go
wait,
do
before
that.
You do it. You should look around for people so you're not seen.
Well, I was gonna ask the librarian if they have a section on like other languages.
sorry, I can't hear you over the dog.
Does this library have a dedicated section for other languages?
Yeah, it's second floor near the back.
Well, I will go there.
I'll go help. Well, I guess I can't. I don't know if I can read, but I'll go help Gunner.
Yeah, actually, who decides if his character can read?
Wait, why could he read or not?
I don't know, I'm a barbarian who grew up in the mountains. Maybe I can read.
I mean, it would be
Oh.
in your language. Oh, well, I guess that's just languages. It doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah, it
doesn't know how
doesn't
to
necessarily
read.
mean reading.
I would assume that it means read as well.
Okay.
I'd assume.
Okay, so he can. We're going with he can.
Yeah,
read?
he can read.
Okay, cool.
I'm an educated barbarian. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Ooh, he's not happy.
So, have we shown her the sheet yet? We scribbled sheet.
We scribed
said
the sword writing. No, we scribed the.
You
Yeah,
didn't tell me you did that.
that's
I
what
thought you went to a different
Riaz did.
section.
I did. I went
thought-
to a different section while they went and scribed the.
Oh.
So
okay.
we have
Yeah.
a portion of the sword's language or whatever writing on a piece of paper now. We go back to the librarian and ask her, how about this? Do you recognize this at all as a language?
She says, "I feel like I've seen this before, but this is very, very old. We should have volumes about this in the place where your friend just went.
We thank her
I don't know off the top of my head."
We thank her kindly and go to join.
As you guys walk away, she winks at Ragdagger.
Oh! I was gonna slip her a note saying she's very pretty.
Were you really?
No, you should
or-
definitely do that.
I actually was thinking that, but I don't have any paper.
I mean,
Well, you could use the paper with the.
Yeah, you
with
can use the
scribblings
paper
on
with
it.
the crazy man scribbles on it.
I don't want her to think that that's me. I'll just take the wink. I walk with a pep in my step.
Okay.
That's good.
Excellent. You'll remember that for a couple of years. All right.
Clementine
So-
will remember that.
All right, are we in that section now?
So we're in that section,
I don't-
and I assume we're
You gotta
scanning
tell me you're going
bookshelves.
there.
So we're
Is there-
scanning bookshelves for letters or symbols that look similar to what we've already seen. Do we
I'm
find
gonna
them?
look for tomes that list like ancient languages or something like that.
Yeah, she
historical
said old.
books
She
of-
said old. So yeah.
That's a good point.
All right. There's the scanning the books is gonna. You can either look at
Yeah,
them
are
one
there
by
like a
one, or
lot
you
of
can
books?
kind of. Well, I'm saying it's gonna. Yeah, it's a library. There's a lot of books.
Let's see. Is there any sort of like categorization system? Do we decimal of the D&D universe?
Well, yeah, but you're already in.
I feel like I'm back in elementary school now.
Does the Dewey Decimal System get?
Yes, but is there anything that like up at the top where it says like years or?
They're alphabetized by culture.
By
Are
culture.
there any like scrolls or encased pieces of
Yeah,
paper?
Ivan's looking at them.
Does he find anything?
Do I
Right?
find anything? Yeah.
Do we need to
I mean,
do
I'm
like?
skimming like the titles. I'm not like reading through the books yet.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were looking at scrolls.
Oh, are they scrolls or are they like books?
Well, I mean, there's both.
Yeah.
You asked. He
How
asked if there were
old?
books, and then
She said very old. So to
Okay,
me,
so-
scrolls
So
are
we just
older
want
than
we just
books.
want to find a book on ancient languages or something.
yeah, there's several of those.
All right.
Let's split up
Do
and
we find them or?
take a couple.
Well, yeah, sorry. By there are several of those, I mean like you are aware that there are several of those.
Okay, so let's split up and I'll look for them.
No, you have the books.
Yeah, we
are
have the
there.
books.
Okay, then let's sit
so-
down
Yeah,
at a
let's just
table.
look them up.
And then look through them
Yeah.
to see if we find the language.
All right. There's probably like 15 or 20 different books on ancient cultures and languages. So each grab one, I assume.
Do each of
Yeah,
them?
well-
Is there any drawings or anything like that we could like kind of like thumb through and quickly see if anything sticks out?
We should be flipping through to see familiar symbols,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
While the rest. Oh.
Who all is doing? Who's doing what? It's hard for me to keep track.
All of
Is
us. are
everyone
doing-
looking through books?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody
Okay.
except for Yafa. Yafa decides that she is going to go and try and find somebody in the library who seems knowledgeable.
Good
Okay.
idea.
So I leave. I don't know how you want to handle that, but I'm leaving to go look around the library for smart person.
We'll come back to you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. After about 5 or 10 minutes of searching, it seems that Ivan found something but can't read it.
Does it look like what I'm looking for?
Right. It's not the exact same letters as the ones that you have written down on the paper, but they look of the same design.
Okay, I will start kind of reading around that to see if anything like historical pops up or anything that's like ancient. I don't know, just for context.
Okay. That'll take a couple minutes to get through, so let's go to someone else. Everyone else is doing the same thing, right?
So did anybody
except
else
for-
find? Did I find like some of that language or something?
Not yet. I mean, the books are thick and there's a lot of them. Ivan just happens to be the first one to find it.
Okay.
Actually, let's go to Ari while that's happening. Ari, what are you doing?
Cool. So I have headed towards. Is there like a section in this library? I'm looking for a section in this library that is like a seated reading section, maybe where like a lot of people congregate and read.
Oh, seated.
Seated.
I thought it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's one in the basement.
Just one in the basement. Okay. I go down to the basement then,
Uh-huh.
and what do I see in the room around me?
It's a little dimmer, but with chairs scattered around, each with a reading lamp next to it. There's probably about a dozen people sitting in different chairs
Okay.
reading books, but
Alright.
no obvious staff in sight.
All right, no staff. Is there anybody in the room that appears to be older?
How old?
In this universe, let's say of each race's equivalents, I would say somewhere around 50 or 60.
Oh wait, do different races live different ages?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, elves live to like 1,000.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
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 Oh, I didn't know that. Is anyone an elf?
I'm 115 years old, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm over 100.
I'm how old am I?
Ari, that sounds like jailbait.
Hey. I'm 117.
Oh, okay, you're good. Yeah, I mean, there are some people that look like they could
Does
be
anybody
vampires.
wear like almost scholarly robes or anything? Anything that makes them look like a scholar?
One person in the corner.
Oh, that's where I'm headed.
He's a guy, probably, he's a human, about
Hmm.
60, 65-ish. Looks more like he would be a professor than a student.
Awesome. That's who I want to go talk to. Let's go walk over to him. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, at this time, Ivan has finally finished reading around the language, and he finds out that it belonged to a very, very old culture that used to be a part of the area called the Ulsabi. They were-
Usabi.
Ulsabi.
All right, well,
guess
I
I'll
share
fix it
this
just so we can
information
all say
with
it.
the party,
Okay.
and I'll try to find a book on them.
Can I go
Okay.
back to the librarian to ask the librarian if she knows about anything.
Or of
Sure.
anyone who knows about.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, so Riaz does that.
So yeah, I go.
I
up
mean,
to
you
her.
have to
Sorry.
do the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to bother you again, man, but do you mind letting me know where we could find a book on Ulsabi or find someone that might know a little bit more about it?
She shushes you mid-sentence and says, "That is not something you should ask about loudly. But there's a man who likes to study all the cultures of old, day in and day out. He generally comes in at open, goes to the basement, and then leaves it closed. I would ask him and no one else."
Whoa!
Oh, snap!
But you don't know these.
What?
Like Ari doesn't know this.
I don't know this. Yeah, I don't know this. My
Yeah.
character does not have this knowledge.
But you will soon.
Maybe.
Can I ask what time they close?
Sure.
What time do you close?
She smiles and says, "Why are you asking?"
Well, maybe if you get off your shift and I'm available, we could grab a drink at the tavern where I'm performing.
Oh, is that so? I get off my shift at 3, but the library closes at 8.
Okay. Well, we'll probably be here till 8. So
It's a long fucking time. She doesn't say that.
I like to read. I think I'm doing great.
You're in a library. I thought as much. Okay. I mean, someone
So we walk away.
has to.
I'd say we come back to Ari. Yeah.
Well, you don't necessarily, know where I am, but you guys are told to head to the basement, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All
Wait,
right.
are we all going to the basement? Are we still reading?
So
I don't know who's doing what.
Ace is not going to go in the basement. Ace is going to keep an eye on the front door and try hiding.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right.
want
He's
the
still
guard coming
paranoid
in
about
from
that
the
guard.
basement. Right. And
I'm just gonna keep. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm kind of trying to take it easy for the next hour in the hopes I get a spell slot back. So I'm not trying to do anything right now.
Okay.
So I'm keeping an
and
eye on
that-
the front. I'm keeping an eye on the front door.
Nice.
That has Riaz Ragdagger going to the basement. Yaffa in the basement, about to talk to this man. Gunner's doing what?
I'm headed to the basement with them.
Oh, okay. And Travak is also going to the basement, right?
I was gonna try to find a book on, like.
Oh, that's
this
right.
thing. I'll try searching for a little bit, and if I can't find anything, I'll go join them in the basement.
Okay. All right. So Ari, obviously being there first,
Okay.
approaches the man.
Yeah, so I want to talk to the dude. I ask him. Shit. I guess I don't have. I don't have the piece of paper, right? The rest of the team has that.
I don't remember who has it.
I'll assume that the rest of the team has it. I don't have that.
Okay. That seems like a fuck up to not bring it. But...
Yeah, but I do have the sword.
Wait, you have the sword?
I have the sword. I'm carrying the sword.
Yeah, he's had the sword the whole time.
Where?
I'm just kind of concealing it under my dress, semi-casually.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", 5'9".
It's a sword.
You can conceal a
Jesus,
sword along your
really
leg.
haven't-
Fine. We'll just say it works.
Wasn't it?
Okay,
Okay.
see-
It wasn't like a great
see your
sword
question,
or
yeah.
anything.
It's pretty
Was
good.
it more of a dagger?
It was not a dagger.
Was it
Or am I
broken?
misremembering?
It's a short sword.
Okay. Short sword. See? There you go. All right. So I ask him if he knows anything about. I say, "Excuse me, sir. Do I say excuse me, sir? Yeah, I say excuse me, sir. You look like you may be a man of quite some knowledge. Would you happen to know anything about?
Do you know the name?
No, no, I don't know it. Know
okay.
anything about civilizations of old or languages that may no longer be known by others?
He says, well, I normally don't like people interrupting my reading, but that happens to be my favorite area of study. You're going to have to be a bit more specific, though.
I contemplate a little bit, thinking this over as I realize that I didn't bring the piece of paper with me.
Or anything.
Or anything. But I do realize that I have the sword. I think about it, and I think about the rest of my... Actually, no, I don't think about him, because I only think about myself. And I think to myself if it would be a wise move to show him the sword. But as he has been the best lead up to this point, I pull the sword out from underneath my dress and show it to him. Just casually. Just reach up in there.
Yeah. Do you like hand it to him, or?
I hold it before him and say, would this be anything? Would these markings be anything that you recognize?
The man looks at the sword. What?
I could have asked him about the citadel. Oh well, never mind. I pulled the sword out. It's too late.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for all you know, those have nothing to do with each other.
It's true, but
yeah. So the man, wide-eyed, looks at the sword for a couple seconds aghast, then looks up at you and shoves his hand to cover the hilt where the etchings are, and then whispers intently, "Where did you get this?"
I casually and somewhat slyly say, I hap upon things in my travels and found this one to be quite curious. No one knows anything of its origins.
The man is quiet for a few seconds and says, "I'll tell you about it, but you have to put it away and not take it out." And then, so I assume you do that.
So I agree to that, and I put it away.
He looks around towards the exit and says, "You're not with the guard, are you?"
I say, if I was with the guard, I have a feeling that this conversation would have been over already.
He says, "All right, good point." All right. Well,
is everybody else just still walking?
Well, they're walking toward. How long do you think it takes to talk to people?
Okay.
Yeah,
takes
you
longer
gotta
to walk
remember.
around.
You gotta remember, it happens in parallel.
That's
so.
true. Yeah. You're right.
Well, it happens in parallel, and it takes us like 5 minutes to get through this conversation. But if you went up to a dude, it would take all of like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
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 Right.
He says, "All right, we shouldn't discuss here, though. Come with me." He gets up and he says, "But don't follow too closely." Gets up and casually walks towards the basement exit and up and out.
Okay. I look around, take some time to observe some of the others. Actually, I would like to I guess I don't know if it would be like, well, I guess you decide, but I'd like to look around the room and see if I notice anybody having taken note of us talking or seen anything happen.
You can roll a perception to determine the quality of what you notice.
Okay. Oof. And then I have perception +2.
Did you say reception?
Perception.
Okay. Well, you are in the basement, so I guess that makes sense.
That's a good one.
Okay. So as you look around, you see one or two of the dozen or so people had looked over just to see what the talking was, but they appear to be more annoyed at being distracted from their reading than anything else.
I look up apologetically, shrug a little bit, and...
what does that look like? What is looking up apologetically?
The shrug look.
Can you do it in the camera really quick? Okay.
The eyebrows, and you're like...
Okay.
and I have given him enough time to proceed at this point, and so I follow him, keeping him within eye shot, but plenty of distance.
Okay. He walks out of the basement and then towards the exit of the library, walking past the rest of your party,
Okay.
the rest of the ball hogs.
Bogs win. Bogs win.
I motion to them to follow me, but to do so nonchalantly. I motion for them to follow me, and as I get closer, I just kind of side say, keep it casual.
Okay.
I can keep it casual.
What about
do you guys
Ragdag?
do?
Ragdag,
We're following-
is he willing to give up his date?
To keep it casual, I need to put my glasses on.
Oh my god.
Do
But
you
not the
have them,
mustache.
or-
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't have
Steve's
my
wearing the
hat.
hat.
Oh,
I
it's
don't have my
got the
hat, which
Ace
is
has got the
sweaty.
cap.
The hat is sweaty. I was sweating from
Like-
the guards earlier.
Okay. Steve, does that affect you in any way? You're wearing it. No? You're just... Okay. Steve!
Wait, what?
I was talking to you the whole time.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me. Sorry.
I said, does the sweaty hat affect you in any way? I was kidding. It doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Um,
No, sorry, I was reading how
I-
spell works.
Oh, I thought your audio... Or your... Yeah, I thought you couldn't hear.
No, sorry.
Okay. So, who follows?
Um.
I follow
So
from behind, farther back.
since I
And
was
I'm
like,
wearing glasses.
Okay.
since I was just hanging out like somewhere on the first floor watching the door, do I see them leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
Do,
gonna.
do I see them leaving from like the section I was in?
You're pretty... Well, I mean...
Oh shit!
The
that's right, I
section
forgot about it.
has a view of the door because it's like an open, it's like an atrium type entrance, but you are a bit too wrapped up in
Right.
your reading to notice.
Okay.
Does anybody
Okay.
think to go get him?
So
You guys
No,
just leave.
I'll go get him.
Okay. And then what's Ace doing?
okay, so when I see the party heading for the door, I'm just gonna grab a random book off the bookshelf and open it like I'm reading it, and then as close to the door as I can from where I am, a rat is going to appear out of nowhere on the ground and is going to follow the party out the door.
Okay. That happens.
So, but also, just as a small note, I'm standing there holding the book, but I transfer my sight and hearing into the rat, so I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just following them in the rat's body.
Is the rat real?
Damn, mages are lit.
That's a thing you
It's
can
a-
do?
Yes, that is the find familiar spell. That was my last option if the guard tried to pat search me. I was
Oh.
going to stick a rat on it.
Nice.
Is the rat real?
So the rat is real. It's not. It's a conjured creature, and if they go more than 100 feet away, I'm gonna have to actually leave and go follow them. But I'm hoping
If it
they-
dies, do you die?
No, if it dies, well, if I'm inside its senses, I experience its death, and then I vamp back to my
Oof.
senses.
That's
but-
metal as fuck.
The
We're
man of
all
a million deaths.
So while I'm in the rat's senses, I'm just standing there holding a book, staring at it. But otherwise, I'm not in my body. My mind isn't.
Is this like Game of
You start
Thrones
to-
Warg, where you like go all weird
No
looking?
spoilers! No!
What?
Shut up, Ari. I haven't seen.
He
I
hasn't.
haven't
He
seen it yet.
hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's okay.
No.
It's not really a
I've
spoiler.
avoided it this whole time, so it's clearly working.
Are you just gonna watch the whole thing, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like you're just waiting till it finishes
I
to
haven't-
watch.
I
the whole-
haven't seen it either, so no spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Thank
it's
you.
Come on, y'all. You're
Not,
missing out.
not that it completely
It's all about that
matters.
binge.
Not that it
Right,
completely
Steve?
matters at this point, but while it looks like a rat, it is technically a fiend. So if that ever becomes relevant, let me know.
Okay.
Interesting.
Steve, your body standing behind starts to drool slightly.
That's perfectly fine because I'm not aware of it.
Well, I mean, other people can become aware of it.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
We're out the door.
All right. So the man walks out the door, doesn't turn around to see if anyone to even make sure that Yafa's following him. Walks to the left about 50 feet and then turns down an alley about 15 or 20 feet, just so that passersby near the canal won't notice him unless they're deliberately looking down the alley. And I would like to mention, for Gunner's sake, that this alley is quite narrow.
Why, for my sake?
But what opinion do you have on narrow alleys?
They are terrifying.
It's about 2 people wide. All right, so Yafa follows, and then the others follow. But as soon as anyone, I don't know who's first. As soon as anyone besides Yafa rounds the corner into the alley, the man looks startled and starts running.
Well, fuck. I guess I should have spoken up. What the fuck are you guys doing so close to me?
Wait. Who?
Well, I mean, you all they're
Who's
not
there
following
so
close to you. They're just following you, right? Like,
Yeah, I know, but close enough that when I turn the
Wait,
corner,
Only Gunner is following him.
Gunner-
and the rat.
Yes.
Gunner and a rat. Yeah, because
I
thought
thought
Rat-
Following as well,
Yeah, Ragdagger
Oh,
was
okay.
also
So there's-
following.
but with glasses on.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Very important.
all right. Well, I guess it's too late.
The man starts to run.
He started running already. Shit.
Shout at him and say it's okay. These
Yeah.
are my friends.
I attempt to shout, but or speak loudly because I don't want to draw attention, and just say, "It's all right. They're with me. Wait up."
The man hears you, slows down a bit, turns around while still walking backwards slightly, and says, "I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble." And then he turns around again and continues running until he's out of earshot.
Okay. I at this point.
Unless you yell, you can yell.
Okay, I'm not yelling. But I decide to. I decide to pursue him.
You run after him.
Yes.
Okay. You can make an athletics check to determine if it is possible for you to catch him before he leaves the alley.
Oh God. Please. Okay, that's decent. And then athletics. Oh damn it! I wish it was acrobatics. +2.
That's 18. It's free.
Yeah, you really think the old scholarly man is gonna outrun?
I don't know, man.
All right, so before the end of the alleyway is reached, probably like 20-ish feet remaining, you catch up to him.
When I catch up to him, I attempt to. Instead of running in front of him, I try and run up next to him and kind of grab him by the shoulders while I'm next to him, so that I'm not so threatening. I'm not tackling him from behind. I'm not getting in front of him and stopping his way. I'm just coming alongside of him as if to say, like, hey, calm down, hold on.
But you grab it. Does you grabbing his shoulders stop him, or are you just like holding his shoulders?
I grab his shoulders as if to try and stop him, but I'm not just like immediately stopping him. It's kind of a gentle, come on, let's slow down.
Resistance. Some
Yeah.
light resistance.
Yeah.
Is the word.
He's also,
All right,
as you
well-
said, a 60-year-old man. So
Yeah, 65. He turns to you and repeats for the third time, "I don't want trouble," and tries to shake your arms. He is slowed down greatly, but is still attempting to get away actively. So you're still in the alleyway, but at this point, you're like, you have to physically stop him, or he is running.
right. So at this point, I try and grab him by the shoulders, facing him, and I try and hold him, and I shake him lightly, and I say, "There's no trouble. We're alone. Let's talk. It's all right."
And he says, the man stops resisting, looks to his right, and says, "Who are they? Who are you?"
I say, I was honest with you when we spoke in the basement. I'm but a traveler who's found something in my travels, and these are my companions, and we're all curious as to the meaning behind these writings, as although we are all of many languages, none of us can read or interpret what this is.
All right. At this point, the others and a rat, also, I guess.
The rat, baby.
Close distance to come into the conversation, I'm assuming.
Yes, but at the same time, I kind of motion for them to come gently, to slow down.
All right. I have to go to the bathroom. I will return.
10 out of 10. Breaking the immersion.
Be careful.
Yeah, there's just a rat standing next to two of you.
Nice.
Does anyone even
We don't.
notice
We
the rat?
don't even. Yeah, we don't even know that this is your rat either.
Just a
I
rat.
guess we probably don't notice it. Yeah, it's a town. There's rats
We're
everywhere.
gonna kill this rat that's next to us.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Can we get into combat with a rat?
That rat can't do shit in combat. So.
I have no weapons, so I can't do anything. We never picked my weapons.
I guess maybe we'll probably have to do that when we get into our first combat. Other than
I'll find a weapon.
whacking people over the head when they're simply trying to get inside of a house.
Look, hit with axe is the greatest spell in the game. Just get over it.
What do you think was gonna happen if the guard walked in and saw a bunch of us just digging through, like, this guy's shit?
To be fair, yeah, it's true.
Like Ace charmed one of them, but you think he would have been able to convince his friend, like, oh, it's chill, like, I don't know, maybe, but
Well, my plan was I was going to say it's part of a play that we're practicing.
Hey,
As the homeowner,
and he did have the glasses on, so you could say it was part of his costume.
I mean, didn't he get his mustache ripped off?
that was
later.
after you hit them in the head.
Yeah, that was during
Oh,
the pet
okay.
service.
See, I could have ripped the mustache off and be like, "See, I'm serious. We're acting."
Used up both of my spell slots doing that.
How fast do those spell slots recharge?
If I get a short rest off, I get one of them back. Otherwise, I need to take a full 8-hour rest, which it's 9 something in the fucking morning, so that's not happening anytime soon.
Well, I mean,
How
you were
do
probably
you-
up all night, right?
Probably,
Sorry, I was just kidding. Go ahead, Otis.
That was the bathroom.
but because I don't have combat cantrips, so if we get into a fight, I got a dagger and I got a rat.
A rat dagger.
Rat
Rat
dagger.
dagger.
All right. So what's going on, DM?
Okay. Remind me where everyone who's Steve is. Quote
He's in the
unquote,
rat following
Yeah,
us.
he's-
Drooling.
in the rat.
Riaz
Riaz is with you, right?
with Ivan.
No, Riaz went to get Ivan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Ari is busy shaking this defenseless man. He starts to slow his breath a little bit as the others come a bit closer, and he calms down a little. He says, "All right. If I tell you, will you please just... I don't want any association with this. All right? Just..."
I say, sir, as far as I know, I just heard all of this on the street.
What the fuck does that mean?
As in, like, I
Word
didn't,
on the street.
I didn't hear it from him. I just,
No, I mean saying, as far as I know, I heard this on the street.
like, as you know, when people are like,
Yeah.
you know,
As far as I'm concerned,
No,
I
I-
get what you want to say.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
like it's
so,
yeah.
So Alice is out now and trying to play. So if she barks, that's what that is. or I might have to say no. The man says, I don't care where you heard it from, and I know you didn't just hear it on the street because you have that weapon with you.
No, the point is whatever he tells me, I just heard on the
Yeah,
street.
because
I'm not
he said he didn't
connecting
want
it to him.
connect it back to him.
You know, like if somebody's like, "Oh, I didn't tell you that," and then somebody's like, "Tell me what?" It's that kind of
Oh, I see. I didn't.
I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't get that because he asked, "Where did you hear about this?" And you said, "As far as I know, I heard it on the street."
Did he
No,
say
that
I thought
sounded
you were
like
answering the question.
No, yeah, he was replying
I was really
I don't
confused.
want to be.
I'm
he was
sorry.
replying
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
trying
I
to
don't want to
apply
be
to.
associated with it or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
I'll clear it up. I pull my glasses off, like one eye, and say like, "We're implying we don't know you at all," and then wink.
At the guy.
Sure, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I like that one, Rat Dagger.
The guy looks at Zach Ragdagger, just looks at him for a second, and then turns back to Ari. To Yafa. Says, "All right.
Rude.
I'm not just. Do you say rude?"
No, I'm just
Thank you. Don't mess this up for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say my heart stopped for a second there.
All right, sorry.
I just sprinted to catch up with the 65-year-old man. Don't make me do it again.
It didn't say you sprinted.
I know.
Were you athletic? So, so the man turns to Yafa and he says, "I'm not just being overly paranoid about this. There is good reason that I don't want you to bring this up out loud in public, or really at all.
Maybe somebody could try to, I don't know this, but maybe somebody could potentially try to reassure him that we understand the gravity of the situation since the librarian said something. I can't say that, though, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, sure. I'll say. Oh, wait. Was it the librarian that?
She when you went.
She warned us. Oh yeah. I'll say yeah. We already understand the severity of the.
Wait, you don't know this because you weren't with the librarian.
Right.
Yeah, I was.
You was.
So I'm saying this.
I'm bringing it up.
Okay, never mind.
I'm reassuring to him that we understand there are this is potentially dangerous.
Yeah, I'm metagaming it. Sorry.
All right. So, no, that's fine. I was. Just
And the last thing we would want to do is put you at risk.
The man seems to ease up a little bit. He says, "All right, can you let go of me?"
I let go of him with giving him a gentle pat on the shoulder and brushing him off a little bit and saying, "Sorry, old chum."
Yeah, this is a really big library, don't you think?
Well, you guys never said it. I don't know.
Is he
You
still
have-
walking
you have to
towards me?
switch-
Like, I don't know.
I don't drive this. I just tell you what happens when you do things.
No, you have to remember to take a break from the conversation.
Yeah,
to, like,
because you
prompt
switched.
us to do stuff.
You switched over when
'Cause
I
you're
was in the
telling us-
basement.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if
you're
you
telling
bring it
us
up,
how-
I'll switch over. There's
Well,
no like.
okay, I don't know when to do that because you say like a conversation doesn't take very long, so I'm trying to give you time to like, I don't know, let Riaz walk over to me, but at the same time, we're just, I don't know, he's just walking this endless hallway apparently.
Pick
Well, I
a
mean-
dramatic moment in the conversation and then say "meanwhile."
There you go.
Okay.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um,
Anytime, just say "meanwhile," and we'll know that means.
Or if you
Switching
want to be
over.
like Dead or Alive 5, you say "same time" instead of "meanwhile."
Same time.
Is that just
Yeah,
a
it's a
bad
real bad
translation?
translation.
Same time.
I don't think people play those games for the translation. Okay.
I play for the story.
Shut the fuck. Okay. Fuck. What were we even talking about at this point?
So we had just calmed him down,
We reassured
right.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And then Ari stops assaulting him. So the man says, "That sword is supposed to be locked away inside the castle. I don't know how you got it, and frankly, I don't want to know. But the inscriptions on it are from a very, very old race called the Usabi. And many, many millennia ago, they were the original inhabitants of this land, but they were dark and perverse and involved in all kinds of evil arts and sacrifices.
Oh.
And originally, when our forefathers came here to settle, they had to contend with the Ulsabi, and they wiped them out. But their weapons and their armor contained terrible inscriptions for awful spells and curses, and they were all locked away inside the castle. And if you bring this up, the guards will throw you in jail. There's very, very much propaganda type situation where there is no Ulsabi in the city. There never was.
It's like the
They don't want
Holocaust in
anyone
Germany.
aware of. Yeah, they don't want anyone aware of this weapon stash.
There
Let's
is no
say.
war in Ba Sing Se.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want the weapons to fall into the wrong hands, so as far as the state is concerned, the Wasabi is a made-up word.
When he says weapons, I ask him, this is just a sword. Does it have any sort of... Or why? How could this be threatening to anyone? Why would this be any... It's not even sharp. Why is this more dangerous than any other sword?
It's not the sword, it's the words. If spoken in the ancient language while wielding the sword, the deity that they worshipped lends part of its power to the weapon and is capable of great destruction.
Meanwhile. Come on!
A few moments later,
There you go.
Riaz is exhausted, panting for breath, arrives at Travak.
Wait, did I find anything meanwhile all this was going on, apparently?
I forget what you were
Did I
looking
find the
for.
book? I was just looking for books on the Ulsabi.
No, there were none dedicated specifically to the Ulsabi, but in some ancient, cultural books, there are brief mentions and, there's just little scattered bits of information, but no dedicated books.
Yeah, they don't want to admit it.
You
so-
notice a few books actually have pages torn out.
Well, is it worth taking those books? That guy probably tore the pages out, and they're probably in his little condo, but it's probably not worth taking any books with me.
Well, who has the papers?
I mean, does
Me?
Riaz say anything to Ivan when he gets there?
He's
By the
just
way.
standing there.
He's just standing watching Ivan do it.
Well, I
He's
wanted
just
to ask-
standing there, menacingly.
Sorry, I wanted to ask if I had found anything while he was making his way through this endless hallway, but now that
No,
I
I
basically
know.
found it.
Okay, so this is the situation. What happens?
Who has the pages again? Is it me? Yeah,
I
I think so.
I
Well, you
think-
said you said there's a book with missing pages, right?
there are a couple books with, there are
Torn out
scattershot, torn out pages.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
Just bringing it out there that maybe
Yeah. might want to
the
show
book
those?
and the pages,
Yeah.
maybe
Mhm.
This is definitely. I'm just saying the honest right now is on the party. I'm waiting to see.
Yep.
Okay.
We get
Yeah,
you.
but,
We're
like,
just thinking.
If the
Okay.
pages are torn out and it's just like small bits of information, I don't know if we're going to gain anything by linking the pages in the book together necessarily.
If they've been
Sure.
torn
So
out,
let's just remember that those pages are torn out and
Yeah.
we have the pages because
because if
they were torn out randomly.
if drunk dude probably tore out the pages, it seems like he knows something about it, so he probably tore out specific pages for a reason.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we need the rest of it.
And the word is onus. It's onus.
Onus.
Yeah, the onus is on us.
Yeah, onus. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. I knew that mnemonic, but I knew it the wrong way. Because The mnemonic makes it easier to seem like it's the wrong pronunciation.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't either. What are you saying?
Like I remembered it as honest because it would be like the honest is on us.
Oh,
Right? But
yeah.
the mnemonic is actually the reverse is what I meant. But I remembered it wrong because of the mnemonic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're
Okay.
speaking nonsense.
It's
that's
fine.
not true.
Continue, please.
Who?
Ivan and Riaz.
Oh.
So I let Ivan know, yo, the guys found someone. Let's get going.
All right. Well, I haven't found shit, so I'll let's go.
I'm glad that yo is still part of the medieval vernacular.
So we head towards the exit.
Alright.
Do we see Ace sitting
Yeah,
there?
we
drooling?
probably see Ace and we like tap on his shoulder.
Well, he's standing like half slumped over against a bookshelf with a little bit of drool coming out of his mouth.
So do we know Ace can do these things?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
So we should go like try to shake him and figure out like, you
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
completely oblivious to any of this happening.
So you don't even feel them shaking you?
No, all of my senses are in the rat at this point.
Oh Jesus.
What are we gonna do, guys?
Should we just pick him up and like carry him with us?
That won't draw any
That-
attention.
yeah, that won't draw-
look fucking weird. Oh my.
He just had too much to drink. It's 9 a.m.
In the
Hey, but
library.
you know he's a mage. We've seen him do magic, so it shouldn't be like.
I guess
And
so.
we also know that
Obviously, you have no idea what's going on, but it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what the fuck.
we also
Well, I
know
mean,
you
he's
guys
also
left the
slumped-
library, so
slumped over and drooling. We don't know that like he's like doing magic. It's like not passed out, but like on drugs or something. Like
True, very possible.
As you approach him, you notice that the book he is drooling over is pornographic in nature.
Christ.
I
In
didn't
a
pay attention to
library?
what I grabbed. So.
In a library.
all right, well
There's
let's
four
leave him
books in
to.
a
Sounds like a damn good library to me.
It's sexually
Hey,
explicit.
Let's let him recharge his spell slots.
But it's not.
You just leave him there?
Yeah, we just
Outside.
leave him there.
I guess so, yeah.
Right.
Maybe
Well, I know
when
where he's at, so-
so and this is metagame again, but maybe when he sees you guys meet up and everybody's together, maybe he'll as the rat, he'll be like, "Oh, okay," and he'll do something.
all right, so we head outside.
Okay.
How far away
has-
are they?
The alleyway is like
Just under
50
100
odd
feet.
to the left of.
So like if we're just walking by, would we like see the alleyway?
No, because
or-
they're all the way at the other. Well, you might see the alley, but they ran all the way to the other end because Ari chased the dude down.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, at
but
this
they're
point,
at the
I
other
think
end.
we
Do they?
Ivan, I say we
Like
just hang
you,
out.
you
until they
could
come
see
back
them.
and
You
we
would just
pick
have
back
to.
up.
You'd have to turn your head and like make a deliberate effort to look down the alley. Is what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I think
w-
we should
You
we should walk down the street, kind of actively looking for where
There
they
you
could have
go.
gone, but not like go too far.
Yep.
In case they like come back for us or something like that.
Okay.
I feel like that's
So
what
we're gonna do
direction
Meanwhile,
you head? What did we just say? Oh, I explained the sword.
yes.
yeah. So,
so
we
we had
learned
the
about the sword.
Words.
Um,
Fusroda.
if that conversation is over, I would ask him, "Do you happen to know anything about the Sunset Citadel?"
The man closes his eyes and solemnly nods. Then he says, "Hold on a second."
Sunless.
He turns and kicks a pest that was in the area just out of the way. And he's like,
Get
There
wrecked.
No,
"What?"
no, I was just gonna say it only has an AC of 10, so it's not like this thing's gonna be hard to hit.
Says, "Sorry about that. They're full of nastiness and disease." You understand?
So also the moment he hits it, the rat just disappears.
Does anyone care to roll a check to see if they notice the rat disappearing?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
Well, what stat do I need to look at?
Perception. Or not,
All
yeah,
right.
perception.
All right, I have a 0 in that. So
12.
All right, well, you needed like a 2-ish. All right, so as soon as the man's foot makes contact with the rat, while the others are kind of grossed out and looking away, Ragdagger notices the rat just fucking disappear.
I ask, how powerful are you?
The man says, "What?"
Yeah, we don't want to tip him off and spook him that there was some magic.
Okay,
so.
well, no, don't worry. I get it, and pull my glasses down again, and then wink at
So
What? The man just
There you go.
seems uncomfortable / confused and looks back and forth between Ragdagger and Yafa.
Okay. We need to get control of the situation again.
one second.
Sunset
Steve-
Citadel.
Sunset Citadel.
Wait, Steve was saying something.
Yeah, sorry, really quick. So when my rat dies, I go back to my porn-looking body drooling in the corner of the library.
Do you
kinda-
spasm in pain from being kicked by it at all? Like, does it die or does it just like?
No, like all it does is sever the connection. I mean, I get to watch a boot
Okay.
nail me in the face, but
Yeah.
so then I just curse in Gnomish and walk out of the library. So I'm
I thought there were no
join up
gnomes.
with them. I
Yeah,
can still
there's no-
curse in Gnomish.
It's not a language, dude.
Gnomish is a language.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Does
is.
the
I'm
librarian?
sorry. I'm
show
sorry.
him-
Steve, I'm sorry. Is Ace the master of this dungeon?
Are you taking away my language?
Gnomes don't exist.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
What is this meme?
Everyone knows that.
No,
Okay,
it's not
so
a Ganelf.
What do you do with the book?
I
do you do?
slide it into the inside of my ropes and I walk out.
Like any man would. I mean, come on now.
All right. And then what? You leave the live? I mean, you gotta tell me.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
said he walked out.
I'm just cursing
okay,
and heading
you're
towards the alleyway.
Okay.
Do you like?
How the?
does he
Oh,
see
that's
us?
right.
He was a
you know
rat.
where they
He
are.
know,
was a rat.
he knows. Yeah, he
Yeah,
knows.
Yeah.
So he walks past fucking Riaz. I don't remember Riaz and Travok, and notices them.
I don't say anything. I'm still cursing in Gnomish and going towards the alleyway.
Wow.
Again,
Jeez.
like to remind.
Jeez. Okay. Well, we just follow him.
Steve
I'll
says
follow
made
him,
up
I guess.
shit. Yeah. All right. So everyone turns into the alley. Meanwhile, the old man turns, sees the men in the alley, or the new people entering the alley, and tenses up and says,
Oh my
"Are they
god.
also with you?"
I
What would you do if you were this guy?
No. I know. It's just like my character's like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to get this information.
Oh.
Why does my party keep messing it up for me?
Because somebody kicked my rat. That's why.
I pat the man and I say, yes, they're just slow. Forgive them.
Says, okay. All right. He appears to calm down.
So we
Sunset
still have
Citadel.
Sunset Citadel. We still haven't heard anything. And Riaz
wait,
is
did
also
you-
trying to reconnect.
Yeah,
anyone-
I asked him about the Sunset Citadel, and before the rat debacle happened. So I will say,
Oh,
as you
that's
were
right,
saying
yeah.
about the Sunset Citadel.
Says, yes, it's actually the Sunless Citadel, and that's the name of the dungeon deep under the castle where all these artifacts and anything indestructible relating to the Ulsavi is stored. They call it the Sunless Citadel because it's so deep underground that they say is complete darkness and not even torches will light the way.
Damn.
Well, it's a good thing some of us have ability to see in the dark, but
So we ask him, has this been sealed off? Is it closed in any way, or is it guarded?
He says, well, I'd imagine it's heavily guarded given that you get thrown in jail just for talking about it, and it's in the castle itself. So, what do you think?
Okay. You make a point there. Do you has there
Ragdagger, what are you doing?
I'm staying silent. I'm terrified of this man. He has the power to things into oblivion.
That's true. That's
now,
true. He knows.
while the authorities try and keep this secret, are there any people you know of that are actively trying to uncover or find out more information? No, not find out, because we are. Trying to uncover or remnants of the Ulsabi that are trying to get back to this?
The man swallows and says, I'm afraid I've likely already said too much. I'm going to take my leave now. And he takes a quick, brisk walk out of the alleyway, which turns into a run as he rounds the corner.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do at this point.
Sounds like a cliffhanger.
Do we-
Because it's pretty late at night on the.
Oh yeah, he is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Well, it's, you gotta. What does Ragdagger do at the end?
Oh, okay. My traditional ending moment. Can we get the whole party together?
They are.
The guy's running
I
away.
had this planned out.
Okay.
We're all here.
Well,
Well,
we're all.
no, I want to hear it from Sam to make sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, everyone's there, yeah.
Okay. I say, all right, everyone. I think it's time to introduce myself. My name is Ragdagger. I was an international race cart driver. One day, a baby carriage rolled onto the retaining wall to avoid it. The cart burst into flames, but the baby miraculously survived. I was that baby. Because we never introduced ourselves to each other. It's fucked up.
It's true. We did not.
Anyone have any comments on that?
No, last turn. That's the
All right.
cliffhanger.
Here's my.
How did you both swerve out of the way and be in the stroller?
I'm Ragdagger!
Also, how does a cart just catch on fire? It's just crash.
It's going
It
really
swerved
fast.
into the retaining wall, which probably has
Alright, so-
torches on it to light the track.
All right. Well, we'll
Race
figure out how
cart.
ancient construction of
Oh
Racing.
man.
arenas is like.
Thank you, Ari, for keeping
Alright.
track of where
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, this is a really good idea. Yeah.
I figured we should do that just because I was like,
yeah, we made a
otherwise
lot of progress
I'm gonna
today.
forget.
So
We did.
Wait,
we know
keeping track of what?
in the
he's
chat.
just typing in our chat what we ended on and what we
Wait,
learned.
wait, wait. Make sure you write down that Ragdagger has a date at 8 or something. 3 or 8.
No,
I
it's
don't
3.
remember.
It's at 3.
That's a clip. No, I said I would be at the library
Yeah, but
as a
we're,
cliffhanger. But also the fact that it revealed my identity is a pretty big cliffhanger.
I mean, you
was
really-
that baby.
You really didn't. There's kind of two.
And that
They
baby's
didn't know
name?
who I was before then.
They still don't. They don't know if you're the baby or the driver.
All right.
Or
All right.
the baby driver.
so we're good.
He was both.
Yeah, I think we're
yeah,
good.
we're good.
All right.
All right. See you boys next week.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Goodbye,
See ya.
friends.
Good
Bye.
night.